Welcome to Pupple Pop, a game about popping bubbles underwater. And yeah, that's pretty much it, at least at the start. Because once I get some upgrades, I unlock some little ocean friends to help and pop bubbles made from the cosmos, turning the game from this to this, all to get 100%. Left click and pop bubbles. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Here we go. We got not much happening right now. We did get an achievement already, which is a brilliant start. And as you can see, there are 20 achievements in this game. And don't think it's going to be too easy to get all the way through. But we do have enough now that we can buy Pupple Bubble, which, yeah, just gives us a second bubble on the screen. It just speeds things up that little bit more. And we definitely need it. This game is just nice and relaxing to start us off. I feel like I've been playing lots of games recently that just require me to do so much. So just being able to sit back, relax, just not think about anything is quite lovely. But we can already get 2 more bubbles, so things are speeding up quite quickly. And it does look like we can pop multiple at a time, so we do have a sort of radius rather than just our cursor, which is interesting. Now, I am tempted to save up for that copper bubble, but I think let's get this O2 gain. It looks like every time we pop a bubble, that is another form of currency. Does that just go to the skill tree? It does. Hover to pop bubbles, no clicks needed. That's a brilliant start. Instantly, this hover to pop thing is just so much nicer. We are absolutely speeding through. Find ourselves over 200 bubbles, over $150 now. So let's buy a copper bubble. That's $3 per. It looks like the respawn on those, yeah, it's just slightly longer, which is a little unfortunate. Actually, how many bubbles does it give us? Looks like it gave us 2 oxygen points. It's really hard to tell. We're at 316. Yeah, it gives us 2. Okay, let's just try and save up for another one because that little bit of extra cash does go a long way. But we do have almost 400 bubble points. So let's head to the skill tree. I saw this one raises max level for income upgrades by 5. So, I mean, let's just get that twice. Unlocks Pupple income. So it takes it from $1 to 2.1. Doesn't even affect our bronze ones though. What is the point of that? No, I'm sure it's a very good upgrade though. I mean, it's already doubled. It goes up to 3.3 next time. It'll definitely start making a difference. So let's just quickly save up the $4.95. Just get it to $3. That didn't take long. I sort of got a little bit distracted. But let's buy that income increase. So 3.3 for the regular bubbles now, making us more than the bronzes. We'll gain more oxygen with every pop is actually so nice though. Yep, we're gaining more oxygen. In the shop, honestly, it might just be worth spending a whole bunch because these make us $3 per now and they're still relatively cheap. We'll just see how many of these Pupple bubbles we can get. 25 is a brilliant start. I think we were on like 10 before. We've jumped up very quick. Let's get a silver bubble. Just want to see how much is that worth? $7. Not too great, not too bad though. I think we definitely need to start unlocking the bubble related upgrades. Don't know what happened. I clicked like some random green alien that was falling from the sky in a bubble. Gave us like 1,000. So let's get the gold already. That gives us 24. That's a big increase. $24 is quite lovely. But I think with our money at the moment, what we need is to head to upgrades, get another level of Pupple income. So we're up to 4.6. We'll save up the 1.15. We'll get ourselves up to what I'm assuming is going to be like 5.8. Nope, just a flat $6. Yeah, that's huge. But we saved up 2,000 in the skill tree. Let's just get some more buyables then. We'll get that twice. So we now have 10 more. Does that just mean... Oh, wait, we can buy guppies. I'm not reading this skill tree right at all, but let's get some guppies. That's another achievement, Guppy Love. And they just auto pop bubbles for us. Okay, that's not insanely overpowered, but it's definitely going to help. Oh, they're all different colors too. I mean, not really. Most of ours are red. We got 1 green, but at least we have some diversity. I do think I want to just get a few more copper bubbles. We'll just get that up to 10. Not for any other reason than they're pretty cheap and it just puts more bubbles out in the field. That just gives us more cash. There we go. 1.8. They're up to $9.1 each for the regular ones. Still only getting 3 from the bronzes, but we do have quite a lot of bubbles here. And that's what I was looking for. Increase here to our copper bubble value. We'll get an increase for our silver just so that they're out there. Let's get some reduction in cooldown, some more buyables. So yeah, we can have 55 bubbles now. I do want to see how expensive. 1.4k to increase the copper income. Ooh, doubles it up to 6.3. So 1 more upgrade of the copper and they're already worth the same amount as the regular bubbles. We're not going to do that just yet because it is 4.8k. But either way, money is leveling up very quickly. Do we just try and max out our pupples? I think we do. Are these like unlimited upgrades as well? I don't know, but we're now getting 4 oxygen for every regular one. We'll raise the income upgrade levels. Takes us up to a potential of 20. I don't really think that's worth it. I think we probably should be working towards just getting like silver income. Like that's $14 now already. But I mean, every little bit matters. It does start compounding pretty well. All right, then there we go. The Pupple Bubbles are maxed out at 55. I know we can get more in the skill tree upgrades, but it's just going to start bringing us a whole lot more oxygen. So I think our skill tree upgrades will start climbing very, very quick, which is something I'm excited for. Let's try and get a few more guppies to help us out. We're up to 12 now. Get a couple more friends out here. I was feeling just a little bit lonely. But honestly, I think let's get a couple more gold bubbles. Because if we come over to here, we can get the gold bubble income increase, but I still think I just want to go with more oxygen. We're going to be making a lot more oxygen, but I do think we need to start just working on our copper income. It's up to 13. It's still not worth as much as the regular pupples. So is it just worth to keep spending money on that? I mean, next upgrade, it goes up to 20. Like they're already up to 20. They're worth more than our silvers, and it's just so much cheaper. More, wait. Bubbles can merge multiplying resources? Oh my God. So they merge. Which means if I just let them sit, they become worth more. They give us more oxygen and bubbles can still spawn. Okay, that's absolutely huge. I am very glad I saw that upgrade in the end. For more Pupple income, they're up to $33 now. They're worth more than our gold. Obviously, we're going to hit that cap point where, yeah, it looks like the max is $58.50 per bubble. Like, we make thousands so quickly. It's going to make it so much easier to get copper income and stuff up. Like, there you go. Copper income is maxed for now. 22.5. Let's get a silver one up to 23. Yeah, I think we made the right call going into these. Let's also increase the max buyables. Why not? And we'll decrease the delay between pops, because now we can come over to the shop. We can get 85 bubbles. Oh, there's a random one of those green. No, it was green before. Now it's blue. I have no idea what that did for us, but I'm going to assume it's something just absolutely lovely. We are at $85,000. Let's get a couple of platinums. Let's get an emerald, actually. It's going to be hard to see what these give us. It looks like $300 for an emerald. Platinum looks like 107. So they're not insane. They're definitely way better than half the stuff I got out now. But you can definitely see how quickly this game's going to progress. Let's try and max out our guppies quickly. They're up to 20. Just so while we're AFK, we're looking at the skill tree and stuff. We have a little pop in action in the background. But what I really want to do is I want to get these all the way up to 85. I think our max will be 100. So let's just quickly try and get that, actually. There we go. That's maxed out at 100. They're spawning in every 0.24 seconds. Yeah, things are flying. But I do think we just need more bubbles. So let's get more copper bubbles up to 30. Let's get some silvers up to 20. Just more bubbles on the board means more money, more oxygen, more upgrades, everything that we like to see. Oh, whoa, what the hell? I just bought a couple more bubbles and our map just randomly zoomed out. I guess we have too many bubbles on the screen now. So we needed just a little bit more space. But I do really want to max out this skill tree just for the regular Pupple Bubbles, but we can also increase the size of the popping area, which is something that I've overlooked. I feel like I got just like completely focused on the regular bubbles and all the upgrades to do with that I sort of lost the sight of all other upgrades that we could have potentially gotten, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I feel like we're progressing pretty quickly. But still, you know, it doesn't hurt to have a bit of extra vision. All right, well, there you go. We've maxed out the oxygen yield. Let's try and get more oxygen for the copper bubbles too, because we do have a decent amount of them out. Just the more oxygen we get, the easier it's going to be to work through the skill tree. And I think that's something that I've been missing. Look how quickly our oxygen count climbs up. Like, we don't spend a lot of time popping bubbles, but our oxygen is just absolutely flying. I really do just like the simplicity of this game. Like, there's not a whole lot to it. The only thing I could say is that I don't really feel like our guppies are doing much, but it's hard to tell with just how much is going on the screen. 50k bubbles. Do I just want to try and max this out? Oh, that's so expensive. But now they keep merging up to 1600%. I don't know what that value actually means. But let's see if 2500 is the final. We'll get ourselves up to the 25,000. Yes, there we go. We are now maxed out on our regular bubbles. But I do think that there's a lot of really cheap upgrades in the skill tree that I have just completely neglected. So I'm just going to save up maybe like 20,000 oxygen and we'll head back to the skill tree and just see what we can get. So I noticed this one here increases max items buyable for the bullet bubble. Don't know what that does. There's also this one, increase the size of the pop. We'll get a few levels of that. Yeah, what is this bullet bubble? That's another achievement. Bullet bubble. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, it's these things. They're double connected. What do? Do they just like pop things around them? It's hard to tell because my area is so big. Yeah, they have a little radius and it seems like they pop things around them. I mean, it's nice. There's a lot of upgrades though surrounding them, so I'm sure those will definitely help a lot. But there we go. We finally maxed out our Pupple bubbles. That is 100 of them now on the screen. And I do think we need more silver bubbles. Let's get that up. Oh, is that just going straight? Oh, so close. Straight to 50 silver bubbles because I think they're giving us like, what is it? 14 oxygen per pop. So the more of those, it's just going to do so much. I think now we've got a few upgrades to our copper. We've got a few upgrades to our silver bubbles in terms of how much oxygen they're getting us. Now I think we just need to focus on trying to like get more of them and more upgrades because like our income upgrades are just not cutting it. So let's head over to here. We'll max out that, get very close to maxing out the silver. It won't take us long to be able to do that. There we go. We've gone ahead and done it. So now in our upgrades, it's going to be a lot of money now from these silver and copper bubbles. We'll go from 22 in the copper up to 84 already. Getting like 4 times value in a matter of seconds is kind of crazy. Those upgrades definitely going to do a lot for us. But now it's up to 20. It's up to $126. But I still feel like I'm missing out on some of the most important things in the skill tree. Like I could buy more guppies. Oh, wait, there's guppy multipliers? We'll get a couple levels of that for the upgrades and we'll increase the size of our pot. Oh my God. Yeah, that is huge. Let's get a guppy multiplier. So I'm assuming that means when they pop, they give us 4 times money value. Even if it's 4 times oxygen or if it's 4 times both, it's going to do so much. But I think this is enough. So there we go. Max out to $175 for our copper. We can get our silver up to $130 as well. Dude, things are starting to make us quite a bit of cash on the bubbles. So let's head to the skill tree. Let's max out that area expansion because that was just absolutely amazing. But I do just feel like we need more bubbles. I mean, we have almost $500,000 and bubbles only cost 8.6. So let's get ourselves up to 20. No, you know what? Let's make it 30 bubbles for the gold. And let's try and get a few more guppies. We'll try and max ourselves out at 40. It's just so easy. So you know what? Let's get ourselves up to 10 of the platinum bubbles. I don't remember how much these actually make for us. And it's very hard to visually see. That looked like 107. But you know, every extra bubble counts, especially I think for the oxygen. That's where I'm most worried about. Wait, popping this triggers a random bubble pop. 4% chance that if we pop a copper, a random one on the screen pops. Okay, so these increased ones are not only worth more oxygen and money, but they have special power-ups each one. Very upset that I've missed that. Feel like that is 100% my bad. I apologize. I do. But I feel like I'm getting very narrow-minded. Like I'm seeing bubbles, I'm popping bubbles, I'm seeing upgrades, I'm clicking upgrades. Not really thinking too much about what I'm doing. We're finally over 1 million. We are very quickly climbing through the millions. Do we have any upgrades here? We got more silver income. Now up to 294 for a silver bubble. That is some good money. I can't lie. There we go. We've maxed out that. That's now a 20% chance to trigger a random bubble pop. I think let's just get them merging. We'll try and get them to spawn a little bit quicker too, because the quicker the bubbles spawn, the more we can pop, the more money we make, the more oxygen we make. 350,000 bubbles. Do we just try and max this out? Yeah, let's reduce this down to 0.35. We'll allow them to merge a bit more. And things are definitely getting more expensive in the skill tree. I was really hoping I could just absolutely clear through and max out the copper bubbles. Like, don't get me wrong, we're still making a lot and we're making it very quick, but it's just like, it's not ideal. We can buy a sapphire bubble though, and I think I'm going to, just to see what's next with a diamond bubble. How many different bubble types are there? Surely we're like nearing the end. Diamond always seems like it's the sort of final thing you always aim to get, but only one more level till we max out our silver income as well. And And we'll come back down here because I feel like we should just, yeah, buy a few more guppies, reduce the rate at which they pop. They're now popping every 0.54 seconds. I think that's 3 times faster than what they were doing before. That's actually insane. But let's buy a bunch of silver bubbles. Try and get that up to 65, I think is a pretty nice number. I just like keeping things at multiples of 5. Anything else is just sort of ugly, you know, I don't like looking at it. Let's unlock this puffer fish. Pop more bubbles before chain cooldown. All right, so we have 1 puffer fish. Ooh, that's another achievement. Oh, any carrots left? I think I absolutely nailed that impression, by the way. So the pufferfish just looks like up the top, it just randomly inflates and starts popping bubbles as it sort of floats around, which is actually quite nice. Just more passive popping that I don't have to stress about. Get ourselves a diamond bubble. Of course, there's one more. All right, up to $2 million now. I think let's just try and get some more copper bubbles. I'd love to max it out, but it's very expensive already, and there's still like another 13 to go. So let's head to the skill tree then. We'll buy a level here for the platinum bubble. We'll buy a level here for the emerald. We'll just sort of try and go around buying one of each. Oh, that got expensive really quick. We are sort of bridging this gap a little bit. We'll get some levels for the platinum and some levels for the emerald, I guess. But now it might be worth just trying to max out the guppies, or at least get close, because they are now making a 6 times value. So the more we have, the more we just pop using the guppies. Things are just going to level up pretty quick. I am glad though that the higher tier bubbles don't take like more pass-throughs to pop, because I kind of feel like that would ruin the premise of the game. Like, I just love how easy it is for me to just go up and down, left and right, and just pop everything on screen. I think I need to go back to my little premise of yeah, let's just pop a whole bunch of bubbles and get a whole bunch of oxygen, because we need more skill tree upgrades. There is like no doubt about it. How did I just get $4 million? I must have popped one of those weird jellyfish alien things. They just randomly appear. I don't even see now because there's so much on my screen, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, that's a lot of free cash, which I'm going to use to get more gold bubbles. And then I'm going to use to get more platinums, and then more emeralds, then some more rubies, and another sapphire. You know what? Screw it. Let's try and get ourselves up to that 90 for the copper bubbles. So it feels like 635k is not too difficult for us to make. Yeah. So let's come through here. Let's just try and just go oxygen yield almost every time. We'll get the merging for the copper. We'll get 95 copper bubbles purchased. I don't know why I keep trying to max it out. It's not really worth it at this stage of the game. There are much cheaper bubbles to get that are going to net us a whole lot more. I just kind of want to see if I just let like a whole bunch merge, even for like 10 seconds, and I run through. We're at 120,000. That takes us up to 140. Yeah, merging is kind of nice. Let's get our platinum bubbles up to 35. That is a big increase there. Am I ignoring upgrades? I mean, a little bit, but they're also like kind of expensive. They're not really the first thing I want to be purchasing. But there we go. That is now copper bubbles also completely maxed out in the skill tree. There we go. To 80 on our silver bubbles, flying through. I'd be an absolute menace at a kid's birthday party, man. Just imagine the kids just trying to blow their bubbles, have a good time, just me just absolutely coming through, destroying everything. Oh, I'd have so much fun doing that. Have the absolute time of my life. But anyway, enough about that. Get a few more platinum bubbles, get those up to 40. $500,000 now on our oxygen. It's sort of hard to pass up just getting more oxygen around the board, because it's just so worth it, man. I mean, we got a few more upgrades for our gold. It's very, very expensive already, in the hundreds of thousands. But gold's now worth $500, so you know, it sort of balances itself out in the long run. But with this 20th upgrade here, it is officially over $1,000, which I'm pretty sure, is nowhere near our most expensive. Sapphire's already at 2,900. Then again, we don't have 50 sapphire bubbles, so you know, it sort of balances itself out. Let's head back to the skill tree. Let's try and get the oxygen yield up to 250 for the platinum. Definitely need to start working on the platinums, but we have bought ourselves another 15 gold bubbles. Let's just quickly try and pump through those. I think one thing I have been neglecting though, what is this power up here? Fish gain speed when targeting a silver bubble. That's nice, but I think we need to spawn in the silver bubbles just like way quicker. They're now spawning in twice as fast. They give us a decent amount. Like, what was it here? 35 oxygen per. It's not like insane, but it's not bad by any means. All right, well, we've maxed out the respawn speed for the silver bubbles, which is just absolutely huge. And I feel like we are approaching maxing out our gold income as well. Yeah, very easily. Gold income officially maxed out. Why do I never check how much that's gone up to? I know it's like a few thousand, probably like 1.5k, which is just a lot of money, man. But there we go, maxed out the silver bubbles, so we can now buy 100 of them. It's just so expensive. What happened to this game? I think I am gonna buy just a few more of these ruby bubbles because they're not overly expensive, and I'm sure they give us just so much extra income. So we'll get that up to 10. We'll try and get the emerald bubbles, I think, up to 20 as well. There we go, emerald bubbles up to 20, 700,000 bubbles to spend. Let's just work on the merging, I think, of the silvers. That definitely needs some work. Also work on just getting these upgrades to the bullet bubbles. I don't actually see them doing a lot, but I think it is also very hard for me to see things happening just because of all this that's going on. I also feel like we're at a point now where we can get ourselves up to like 85 guppies without even really trying. Yeah, that's beautiful. Another 15 guppies should definitely help out our cause. Oh, bullet multiplier. Oh, that's huge. That is now up to a 5 times value, and it looks like it can go up again if we head to the skill tree and we get that. There we go. They can also pop up to 5 bubbles. They shoot up to 3. I bought the wrong upgrade, but we now have 90 guppies, so that's huge. Yeah, there we go. A bullet multiplier of 6 times. Wow. I feel like our money is climbing up much faster than it was before. So we can max out the platinum income for now and get a level on the ruby. The $2,000 per. Oh my god, I just made $15 million from one of those little aliens. Oh my god, well that's copper. Fully maxed out. We don't have to stress about that anymore. Do I go for silvers? No, I feel like I've got to get an obsidian. There's a void bubble. Let's get a couple of diamonds. Let's get some sapphires. Might not be the best use of our money, but like those things have got to be worth a bit of cash. Let's just try and max out this little bubble tank. It stretches on here, but I don't know where it goes. So bullet bubble, we now have 15 of them. We still have 1.6 mil oxygen. Okay, so that wasn't expensive. Let's work on our pufferfish then. Get them going a bit more often. So the pufferfish multiplier is already up to a 2.25 times. I think I've been neglecting these sort of passive upgrades. You know, let's just try and max out the silver bubble. It might take us a little bit, but like, I mean, what's the harm? All right, well, I think that literally took like a minute. Silver bubble is now officially maxed out. We've saved up 4 million of our oxygen pretty much, and I think I'm gonna just spend that all on pufferfish. That was slightly regretful. They're expensive. They are not a cheap upgrade, but hey, at least we've maxed out one part of their chain. We can get 7 though. 7 pufferfish is a decent number. You can also get their multiplier up to 3.25 times. We are making millions at a speed that is sort of unfathomable to me. And that word is kind of hard to say. But platinum bubbles now up to 50. Big wins there. 25 on the emerald. 5 on the sapphire. Like, we're getting a lot of ones that just really aren't worth that much right now. It's sort of nice just getting them back to multiples of 5, to be honest. Now that we've done a decent amount of upgrades over here, I kind of want to head back to just getting more oxygen. So we now get 439 from the platinum. We get 767 from the emeralds. I did see some upgrades over here. There's a swordfish. I'm assuming that's just going to fly back and forth and stab things. There is a sea urchin. So, you know, let's just try and get one of each. Let's get that sea urchin first because I like the sound of that. That's another achievement. Prickly situation. Unlock the urchin and feel the sting of achievement. I don't know where this bloke is. Am I blind? Is he floating around? Is he in a bubble? No, genuinely, where the hell is this thing? I can't see him, but I'm going to assume that he's doing something. Oh, wait, there you go. Okay, so it's a little thing that just falls from the sky, and as it falls down, pops bubbles. Cool. In that case, let's get the swordfish, and we'll buy one of those. And I'm assuming that's another achievement. Yeah, that guy just flies left to right and pops bubbles. Swordfish and sorcery is the achievement for that one there. Oh god, we're at $38 million. Huh, that went up quick. Let's get some more emerald income. That's up to 2.4. We'll get some ruby and some sapphire income. We are making like $500,000 every second. Sometimes I feel like we're making $1 million a second. Things are going very good. You know, let's try and max out these guppies. Yeah, there we go. Guppies. guppies 100 out of 100. We don't got to stress about those anymore. But we are making so much money. Like, we're up to 40 emerald bubbles already. Oh, it's actually zoomed us out one more stage. I don't really know what that means. I'm still very confused as to, like, whether that's a thing to celebrate or if it just means, oh, bubbles are now further apart, so it's harder to pop. Jury's still out on that one. But either way, it does mean that we're at least taking steps in the right direction. So I think with our oxygen now, what we really need to try and focus on is just getting more oxygen for the pops, because we're moving quick. It's just not as quick as I would like. We have a lot of emerald bubbles, so let's get that up max to 1.5. Let's also buy ourselves a couple more capacity and upgrades for the emeralds as well. So yeah, now we can get up to 75 platinum bubbles, and we can, yeah, up to 25 levels of this. Let's just remember, it started us at about 1,000, and I want to try and just see how far we can get before we hit, you know, let's just aim for 10 million oxygen, and we'll see how far we can get in terms of the income for platinum. All right, that is up to 10 million. I will just get one last upgrade on it, because why not? Taking us up to 3.8k, so almost 4 times the value of what it was at before, which is it's a lot. But with our 11 million, do we start just trying to max out the gold? Yeah, I think we have to definitely get them to spawn in less. Like, these start at like 2.5, they go down to 0.5. They spawn in 5 times faster, and I keep ignoring them. I don't know why. And bonus oxygen upon popping 350%. How do I keep ignoring these overpowered upgrades, man? We have so many gold bubbles as well. Can we buy more? Yes, we can. I forgot that we bought that. Oh my god. It gets expensive very quick, but we are already up to 75 from what I think was 60. So, you know, that does make a big difference. If I say big a few more times, you know, the difference might just mentally be even better. But it is crazy to see now, like a ruby bubble for 1.6 mil, and I'm thinking, oh, that's so cheap. I should just snag that up. So you know what? We're going to get that up to level 30. Getting a whole bunch more bubbles out there, man. It's really helping. Yeah, max them out at 6.25k per emerald bubble. No, sorry, per platinum bubble. The naming scheme and the colors sort of don't really match up in my head, so I do apologize for that. I do think it's a let's head back to the skill tree and go to the right, see what I missed kind of situation. And I think it's let's just max out the pufferfish really quick. Well, we can really reduce the time between the swordfish and from this sea urchin. I think taking that down by 25% should just help with our overall pop and power. You know what, let's get a void bubble. There's a cosmic bubble, because why wouldn't there be? Let's just try and get the multiplier up, I think, for our pufferfish. There we go. 6.25 is just brilliant, and we're instantly back up to 10 mil. Like, I don't understand it. Do I really want to go into the urchins and stuff? Not really. Let's get some merging, I think, on the platinum bubbles. You know, let's just try and max out the platinum bubbles. It really didn't feel like it took me that long to do so. In the meantime, let's just try and get our gold bubbles up a little bit. A few more there. There we go. Platinum bubbles officially maxed out. Let's just get some diamond bubble, some obsidian bubble upgrades. I just want to see it sort of all fully branch across. Well, I might actually just be good at games that don't require much thinking. Clear distinction to be made there. But after this upgrade, they're going to be worth 9,000 each. So it's like $100,000 extra every second, if I'm doing my maths correctly, which I probably am. I used to be decent at maths. Keyword though, I used to be. Oh, but we just popped another alien bubble. 275 million. I think we have to get a cosmic bubble, and it's the last one. Oh, yes, thank you. We're also just going to max out our gold. Just get rid of it. I don't want to see it anymore, because we've maxed it out in the skill tree. We've also maxed out platinum, so I kind of just want to work on getting those out of the way. Let's also just try and work on getting some decent levels now onto our emerald. It's really cheap. Let's just buy our sapphires. We'll try and get them up to 30. It's not cheap now, but it was. I mean, when you look at how much money actually we're making every second, 15 mil is really not a lot. Let's get our ruby bubbles up to 40. Yeah, we've put a lot more bubbles out. We're already back up to 30 million. Dude, game goes quick. Game goes very, very quick. But in our upgrades, actually, do we have anything I should be working on? No, let's get our sapphire up. Let's get our diamond up. Oh my god, diamond goes up 10,000 every time. Yeah, money is flying in. So let's just try and max out then, I guess, the emerald bubble. We'll try and get more rubies, make them worth more, make them spawn in. Oh, that's so expensive. Not really, actually. We just bought ourselves pretty much 2 upgrades, basically, instantly. What's the thing? Popping fish grants massive bonus gains. I mean, I'll get it. I don't really know what it does. All I know is that we need to start working on this ruby income. It is currently at 7.35k. We sink 160 mil into it. It doubles. Very, very quickly doubles. So we're making like tens of millions every second. Like, this is just beautiful. But there we go. Emerald income is about to be maxed out to 18k. It's a nice bit of extra cash. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, if we just get one more level on the rubies, that's already up to 18k. So, you know, there's so many different ways to make cash here. Like perhaps getting another void bubble, another obsidian bubble. How much do these even get us? Obsidian gets us 26k, which isn't really a lot, but I'm assuming void would then be like, I don't know, like 100,000, but 100 million on the oxygen. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Let's try and max out the diamond. I don't think it's worth going any further down that chain. So let's get our swordfish up a little bit. Make them every 3.7 seconds. How many can we buy? 6. Okay, well, let's get all 6 of those swordfish. I do sincerely pray that they do a lot for us. All right, I'll just put a few more bubbles. We're up to 20 of our diamonds now, which feels actually quite lovely. 40 sapphires, 50 rubies, 60 emeralds, and 80 platinums. Money's climbing up, but we're back up to 100 million oxygen. I do just want to buy swordfish, but it's so expensive. Let's just get their time down to every 2 seconds. Let's get the multiplier up on them as well. We now have 7. With the multiplier, I've sort of just completely forgotten about. We have 0 out of the 25 levels. It's expensive, but they're already getting double value from what they were before. It's actually really expensive to get that up. You know, let's do the same, I think, for our sea urchins. We'll drop them down to 1.97 seconds. We'll buy some upgrades for them. And they are also just unreasonably expensive. Oh my god. At least they're dropping quicker now. Like, that was cheap. So it's just a lot of extra popping power there without me having to spend just egregious amounts of cash. Honestly, I'm at a point where I don't know what I want to spend things on. I really want to max out the platinum. But you know what? We might be able to do it. It might take a few minutes, but I'm going to do that and we'll try and save up a bunch of oxygen in the meantime. Okay, I got a little distracted watching the World Cup highlights, but there we go. Platinum bubbles, and now 100 out of 100. We also have still $500 million left over. It's worth going into the upgrades. Yeah, let's get a bunch of ruby income. So that's up to 32k now. And you know what, to match that, let's just get a few upgrades to our ruby bubbles. So we have 5 extra. We do have almost 450 million. We officially do now of our oxygen. So let's just head around. Let's just get our rubies spawning in a lot more. We'll allow them to merge, get some more upgrades. And now that's just completely out of the way. Let's get a void bubble level as well. We'll get a cosmic bubble. Oh, and that's unlocked things here. Oh my god. Increase the damage. Increase the damage. Oh, we can get more regular bubbles? What is this? It's just like infinite upgrades. What? Oh no, it's not. But they're just way stronger. Oh my god. What have I unlocked? What have I unlocked here? Excess damage is transferred to nearby bubbles. I don't know what that does, but we're going to get it because it feels like it'll do a lot. So if we head to upgrades, here we go. Pupple income 1 million to 2 million. 3.3 million for our regular bubbles. In what world? In what world is this normal? What have I unlocked? Based on that, then we should 100% go through the delay. So now it's every 0.28 seconds. We should have 100 million. Okay, well, that's just, the math isn't mathing there. Our Pupple income should be way higher. Do our Pupple bubbles reset? They do. The squared ones, we don't even have them. But hey, that's another achievement. Pop-up blocker. We have chain bubbles. Oh, and you know how I was saying it'd be really annoying if we had to go over things multiple times? That's what these are, the squared ones. It's sort of hard to see, but they are chained, and you sort of just got to go over them a few times. But we're already in the billions of dollars, so I'm not going to complain about that. Let's just try and get as many of those as we can as quickly as we can, because that's just absolutely skyrocketing process. You know what? Let's Emerald Bubble, come here. We're just going to try and get you up just while we can. Yeah, there was a whole stage of the game that I was just completely not aware of. So can we upgrade? Yeah, let's upgrade the Pupple income just a couple of times now that we have so much money coming in. It's already up to 7.5 million. All right, emeralds are officially maxed out. I feel like we have to move into a couple of the coppers as well. I'm assuming they're going to be healthier though. But in that case, let's get their value up to 6 mil as well. 10 million. Oh my God. What has happened? It feels dumb of me to not focus on these squared ones. They are just so overpowered. We're almost up to 50. Like we're making billions now every second. Let's get a couple of silver ones in here as well, because why not? But I do feel like we just need more upgrades to their value. Just the more upgrades we get to these. Oh my Lord, dude, what happened? Even the cosmic coins, they're already up to wait, is that half a billion? No, 500,000. That's really not worth anything at all to me. Not at this stage of the game. Let's get that swordfish multiplier up. We may as well max that out. Let's get the sea urchin one going too. Oh wait, we can get, where is it? Bubble yield up. Oh my God. Oxygen yield just absolutely skyrocket. I'm really glad I started maxing out a lot of these. We're up to 40 billion. Couple income. Yeah, 42 million per now. Watch the tens of billions fly up at a time. Oh my Lord, dude, what happened? What happened to my peaceful little popping game? All right, well, Pupple income is now fully maxed out. Let's just start going through a lot of these older ones and I guess maxing them out too. Oh wait, I can just max upgrade. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, we've zoomed out. Okay, that's a little terrifying. But hey, at least we're still making money really quick. I definitely do want to just try and fully max out the pupples in the skill tree though, because I did that before and it felt like it was very much worth my time. Oh, the merging's so expensive, man. The bubbles themselves, we're already up to 75. I think it spawns in, if I read it correctly, every 0.15 seconds. Reset for a new era of massive growth? I am too scared to do that. I am very much too scared to do that. Sort of just clicking upgrades right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, well, we've maxed out our void bubbles. That's cool. Is that worth our time and money? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Do I want to reset? I can't tell if that's worth my time. Like, is that a prestige? Do I need to do it? I don't know, but we're making so many billions. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and reset. How do we get pufferfish? This will, oh, in exchange for pufferfish points. Okay, so we don't have any pufferfish points. So let's not go into that just yet then. Very glad they gave me a sort of little heads up on that situation there. I guess let's try and work on maxing out then all these previous bubbles. Sapphire bubbles are now maxed out. I think we've also just gone ahead and maxed out our sea urchins and our swordfish. Yeah, they're all up to 12. Get a couple of the gold bubbles in here. I say a couple, we're already up to 20. We are very close to maxing out everything except this sort of cosmic one here. All right, well, we've maxed out the Pupple one, so I guess that's got to help. All right, well, I think that's gonna have to do me. I do have to go for like, I don't know, an hour or so, and we'll let this run in the background and we'll just see how far along we can get. All right, so I was gone for a little bit longer than I anticipated. We're up to 590 billion oxygen, $52 trillion. So we're just going to start clicking through and just max buying everything. Because why not? We're still at 40 trillion. So with our 590 billion, what do we want? Honestly, I think it's just time to start working through maxing out everything here. I think these billions will take us quite far. Although we've only just gone through gold and we're already down to 385. Oh wow, we barely managed to get into the emerald. But in saying that, we do have a lot more oxygen gain now because of all of our bubbles. So it's not too bad. But our money feels like it's going up super slow. I mean, I say that we're climbing like 25, 50 billion every second, but it's just like in comparison to what it was, it just doesn't feel the same, man. You can definitely tell that our oxygen gain is going up though, because we're already up to 15 billion and it took me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get up to the 500 billion. It won't take us anywhere near as long to get there now. Only one more to go and it'll take us to $437 million per bubble. Oh my God. There we go. Silver maxed out. Head back to the skill tree. Let's just start maxing out damage for these guys if we can. All right, now gold is officially up to 1 billion per pop. It's a lot of money. But I did just remember something that might actually really help speed this process up. It's the fact that in the skill tree, we had this. Oh, and we can get 2. Okay, so what can we get for 2? Bubbles pop with hook now give 20 times. Oh my God. That's actually insane. Bubbles pop by fish now yield 10 times. Well, I think it might be worth here here to get the hook 20 times and get the 25 times. Like, I think I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. Ah, the whale is eating us all. You have unspent prestige points, 20 times resource value. Let's get 25 times for those. And already, like, look at that. $20 is just insane. So I'm gonna try and get us back to the stage at least where you know, we have those squared bubbles, whatever they were called. All right, I'd pretty confidently say we're round about where we were before. That took me probably 10 minutes to get back, which is insane because I think it took me like an hour and a half the first time around. So yeah, that's quite lovely. We are maxing things out. We're back in the skill tree. Everything is looking good. But now we just got to go through and I mean, just max out all of these bonus ones, which honestly shouldn't take too long with the times 20 that we get. Like, look at the billions climb up for the oxygen. There we go. That's the regular one maxed out. The copper one is so expensive though, but it just so quickly, like we're into the trillions, like without even stressing. There's the copper one maxed out. Silver is maxed out for its current state. Oh my lord. Bro, the speed at which some of these games can just level up is actually ridiculous. But I do love seeing all of these slowly get ticked away and our upgrade tree just getting smaller and smaller. But I think it's time to head back to the skill tree. We need to continue to max some of these out. Silver income is fully done. Gold is most definitely on the way there as well, which is huge. We should also just, as much as we can, go around the edges. Just try to get the extra bubbles for as much as we can. Oh, we only need 51 billion to get the next one. Too easy. They all have those bubbles. Oh my god, there's further. You're telling me there's more? Where is it? Holy shit. Is this just gonna like absolutely send us into the future? It looks like it already has. These Pupple bubbles with the metallic casing take so long to break, but we're in the quadrillions already. So I think we're doing pretty well. So back to the skill tree. Let's try and max everything out quickly. Then we have nowhere near enough oxygen. We also need just like way more damage. So I'm wondering if we head here. Yeah, there's further damage increases. So those are going up. We did unlock Koi, which I'm guessing are just stronger guppies. Oh, this increase of damage is so much better. All right, we are looking very good. We're almost maxed out on our silver bubbles as well. For the upgrades, our copper income is huge as well. Like, things are just working really nicely. We might even get to the quintillions here in just a second. I say just a second, and I think just a second was a good call. We need to finish off this skill tree though. Like, we are not making enough oxygen to even get through the squared variants here. All right, and that is finally all the squared variants maxed out. Now I guess we just got to start making our way back around. Let's just try and get some more damage buffs on here. We do have jellyfish too now. Let's have a look. I think jellyfish are just going to be like sea urchins. They're probably just going to fall from the sky and sting stuff, if I had to guess. But these guys are just not cheap at all. Then to the upgrades though, we can get a koi multiplier, and they are very, very quickly maxed out at what I'm hoping is going to be like a 20 times value or something. Oh my god, we can actually max out so many. I am just going to focus on all the income upgrades real quick, because I think in terms of, oh no, we can buy so many more bubbles. So let's just buy a good portion of each bubble. First of all, like 43 gold. Oh my god. 19 platinum's not bad. 12 emerald. Oh yes. And we'll just try to bump up the income. Like, take this from 188 to 310. We'll take the gold from 24 to 430. We'll take the platinum from 100 to 900. Yeah, dude, this game is insane how quickly it just explodes. We are maxing so many things out. In the upgrades, we're up to platinum now. We've maxed our income on so many different things. But what I really want is to get rid of these silver bubbles. There we go. We're back in the skill tree, man. We're just gonna start absolutely flying. You tell me that there is... Ooh, what was this? Connected bubbles, share skill effects. Wow. Now we should definitely start buying some rubies, some more emeralds, because these things are just gonna give us so much money. We'll get some sapphires in there and some diamonds, but I think our big focus has got to be some of these cheaper upgrades, like taking this from 1 to 3.3. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful work. Back in the skill tree, what else do we have here actually? Eel? Yeah, let's buy some eels. Let's get an eel multiplier. Let's get 5 eels out. Yeah, eels work the same as swordfish. Okay. Only question now is, would it be worth resetting again. Can I can reset for 2. What would that get me? I could come over to here. Bubbles pop by fish give 10 times and then 25 times. It didn't take me long, so you know what? I'm doing it again. Why not? Let's spend them real quick there, and let's just jump back into it. Basically back to where we were before. We are making so much money. It is ridiculous. I do just kind of want to like finish off this edge of the skill tree though, just because I know that there's some abilities. I'm not really sure what those abilities are and what they do. I can't lie, but I kind of just want to get them because they're there. We did unlock a few things in terms of the bomb bubble. We've just unlocked the beam bubble. Get the eel back. We get the sea urchin, the jellyfish, and the koi. Yeah, things are just going very, very good for us right now. We'll just move down this line because it seems like we are making a metric crap ton of oxygen. So that's beautiful. That increased damage going a long way. Start trying to clean this little shop list up because there is lots of stuff in here. But you know, to help with that, let's head to the upgrades. Let's get some copper, some silver, some gold income, some koi multipliers too, some silver, gold, and platinum guys in here. There we go. Copper is finally done. I do just want to quickly finish off these koi. There we go, 100 out of 100. Or we jump back in, try and clean up this skill tree a little bit more. And we are making some very, very quick progress. Oh, the silver income's not even maxed out. Or what am I doing? Let's get the gold maxed out. We'll also need to get a few more golds out there as well. That will definitely help. I'm just clicking. I'm at the point where I can just get away with clicking on things. We do have the beam bubbles, but with the amount of stuff that's going on the screen, I can hardly see. So I can't imagine what the YouTube bitrate is looking like right now. Back in the skill tree though, we have made significant progress. We are already up to the void bubbles. You know what, let's get a few of the cosmic bubbles too. Not that we're going to be able to afford them, but just to start getting them out of the way. You know what, actually, let's really quick jump across here. Let's get the beam bubble done a whole bunch. We have the black hole bubble. We can max that out. We've got eel that we can max out. Jellyfish we can max out. We've got a bit more zone potency there. And honestly, is this just like the end of the skill tree? No, of course, there's a 4th one. So you know we have to just go into that. But I do have a feeling the 4th one might just be the last one. Oh, that beam bubble's so nice though. I feel like it's going to help us just absolutely pump through. We're in the sextillions now. Yeah, okay, this game is... We're in a whole new stage. Like, this is insane. Let's get our income up for these Pupple barrels, because once we start breaking those, our money should absolutely skyrocket. Let's also max out our eels, jellyfish, beams, because they are sort of pissing me off that they're just all in the way. And it's at a point now where this is just not even bubbles anymore. We just have barrels on the screen, but we are already up to septillions of dollars. So time to just keep doing a little bit more clicking. And honestly, this has to be the last one, right? Like, we're absolutely speeding through. Actually, how are we sitting on achievements? We're only at 8. This game might take a lot longer than what I was initially thinking. I'll just quickly go through here. We'll try and get as many as we can. 3 sextillions should carry us pretty far, I would hope. Yeah, into the diamond, almost finished with obsidian. I just know that there's so much more to this game, and I know that I've also just like got to get off in like a sec. So what do we have here? Cosmic bubble, omnicore, all bubbles share all skill effects. We've fully maxed out the skill trait. So what are we missing on the achievements? I don't know, but like Whale's Boon, we have 4. That'll finish this off. So I am going to do one last final little whale swallow. We are going to get all of these. We are maxed out. And I'll get back to this tomorrow in terms of getting ourselves back up to where we were just then. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just launched the game again. New day, new me. But I just got 2 achievements. Prestige achieved, a new era starts, and Veni Vici Pop, new world beneath the waves has been revealed. That's interesting. They sort of just appeared. I didn't even realize. But we're now halfway through the game, so seems like a few things here won't be too hard to get, considering we've already got these. Well, there we go. We've managed to get to the ironclad bubbles. Apparently now that is for some reason a new achievement. I guess we just had some issues last time as we were progressing, because achievements are now popping out pretty frequently. And that's another 2 achievements, Dragon's Ascent and the Moray the Merrier for getting kois and eels. I wonder if these achievements were broken when I was trying to do it last time, or what's going on. Either way, we are pumping through. Yeah, 13 achievements done. I've sort of jumped really quickly, so the shop is very messy, which I'm not happy about. But you know what? We live and we learn. Hopefully next prestige, that'll just look a little cleaner. All right, and here we go. We are up to the new barrels. These things are just absolutely insane. So it's harder, better, faster, stronger. That's another achievement. This is great. This is honestly going great. I don't know what this pop never changes. When things go boom, you rise victorious. That sounds a little interesting, so I wouldn't mind getting there. But honestly, can we even do anything here? No, we can't. So where are we going? Oh, wait, maybe the bomb bubble, which we have received before. So let's scroll down. Let's get some bomb bubbles, some beam bubbles. That's 2 more achievements. Pop never changes, and shoop da whoop. Some real interesting names on these things. But either way, I am not too upset because we are flying through. I can't buy any more sapphire bubbles. The game seems a little broken as of now. But let's buy this black hole bubble. Why not? Max that out. Let's max out our eels. Come up here, get the jellyfish, which I'm almost certain will be another achievement. Black hole, into the void, jellyfish, peanut butter jelly time. And honestly, we only have 2 more achievements left. I thought this was going to take me a few more hours, but we are just absolutely clearing through. Part of me worries that I do have to come through here though and prestige. I have a feeling this is broken, but I'm going to pray it's not. It really is annoying me though that like our bubbles are a bit screwed and our shop is messy, but I think let's just try and max everything out here. You can tell it takes a few clicks because I have to max out the previous ones first. I am so far behind. Like, I know there's abilities and stuff as well that I have to get. Like, what have I done? I've tried to speedrun this, I think, a bit too quickly, which might have screwed me just a little bit. Okay, well, it looks like we've caught up on everything. Everything is just now these big sort of barrels. So we're making some progress all around the board. Let's head back here. Oh my god, dude, we are doing some damage. And it looks like we can clean this up because we finished buying everything. Oh, yes. Thank you. All right. Those bubbles are so much cleaner. Our shop is looking that much better. So let's do the same for the upgrades tab. Wow, they're not cheap by any means. That is for sure. But even if they're not cheap, we are still just making so much money. We're in the septillions of dollars. What the hell happened? I do just love, man, at this stage of the game where things just start going absolutely insane. Like, we just progress so quickly. Makes me feel like I actually know what I'm doing when I'm playing games for a change. I mean, I don't. I have absolutely zero idea, but it makes it look like it. Like, all this damage, probably getting about like 3 pixels right now thanks to the bitrate, but I don't care. I really do not care. Let's not work on the obsidians yet because they're not maxed out in the skill tree. So let's just try and tick off all of these bad boys. Emeralds done. Rubies. Oh, they jump so quick. Let's also max out our sapphire income too. We're making octillions now, dude. This level up is crazy. I'm very worried that I'm going to have to go through though and do this all again because I've missed the crucial step of the prestige when the achievements were busted. But I'm going to hope that's not the case. I am going to very much hope and pray that there is an end to this game. All right, back in the skill tree, we are maxing out the cosmic bubble. Here we go. All bubbles share all. That's bubbles assemble. The ultimate bubble team up is complete. We have one more achievement, unstoppable. Upon the ocean in the very depths, acknowledge your supremacy. I'm assuming that that is to buy everything 100%. So we're just going to work through that, honestly. I think we are completely done the skill tree. Yeah, there is 0 things to be bought. So that's lovely. I kind of do wish, though, there was just a few more like upgrades to buy in that prestige menu, just to give the game a bit more longevity. Oh, wait, that's our last achievement. We just had to get the cosmic bubble. Okay, so we are officially done. But I do feel like I just need to try and buy absolutely everything in the shop because we're so close. But that is 100% already. I do wish there was just an ending now as well. Like, this game's just leaving that little bit extra to be desired. But maybe there is. Maybe I've missed the memo. And we are so close now. Just one upgrade away from maxing this out. I really am praying that there is a proper ending for this game. But one thing I've noticed is that there is absolutely nothing at the end of the game. That is 100% of Pupple Pop. We've got every achievement in the game, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.